So good.
Trades only, bro, for me. And Steve from Betterbeerbros.
Whitbrew DE.
We're just
Josh Tries Beer.
We're just here in my vault of growlers, glass, and Funko Pops.
Yeah.
And we're
Bring you the first State of the Union address for beer.
State of the Union. I mean, it's standard issue on Friday nights for State of the Union. And, we just brought you together to share a little beer with you guys. A little King Julius. Nothing special, just a really highly rated beer that's pretty tasty. I've had it before. Steve's had it before a few times. So we're just going to have
Actually, which one's this?
King Julius.
I've had Julius. I don't think I've had King Julius. If I did, I didn't put it in my Untapped.
Well, that's why you only have 1,000 check-ins, Steven.
Ooh.
So my wife still has more check-ins than Steven does. At this point, yes. And she hasn't checked anything in since like February. Nice pour. Yeah, I'm sitting at a little over 5,100 right now, unique check-ins. A lot of it's because of the Burley Oak shares. It's not full pints of things, or else I would not be standing here in front of you.
1 ounce, 2 ounce.
Right. And I have to thank a lot of you guys for sharing those beers with me, because I couldn't have done it without you. You know who you are, you. But
I'm averaging like 1 beer a day.
I'm averaging like 4 or 5 a day, so I'm pretty sure when I'm watching YouTube and I get those ads that say, I knew somebody that was in drug and alcohol addiction, I'm pretty sure they're trying to target me and profile me. And
I thought that was only for drug addiction. They actually say drug and alcohol?
Yeah, it's like, and it's actually in Delaware too, which is really creepy.
So am I alcoholic because I just skip past the drug and alcohol part?
You just have refined taste.
Okay.
That's what I like to say.
Fair enough.
If you drink a 30 rack of Coors Light, then yes, you got a problem because you're drinking shit beer and way too much of it. It's the second problem. But
let's talk about State of the Union. Where's beer at today? What's different than it was pre-COVID-19? Because I think that's what made us start this whole thing, right?
Different planet altogether. Pre-COVID-19, it was business as usual. You got to show up to a beer release to get any beer. Wristbands, tickets, beer shares, line shares.
Burley, probably best line life in East Coast
that I know of.
Yeah.
Dominic could probably tell us a more accurate answer.
Oh, name dropping?
I mean, Dominic, he knows. He goes to everywhere from here to Tilted Barn up in Rhode Island, so he knows all the line life and what it's like, but he seems to come back to Burley every month, so that tells me that Burley probably is the best, and I don't need to travel more than 30 minutes from where we live. I really like that one. That's probably my biggest hit. Because usually I would get a bunch of beer. I don't mule. Trades only, bro, for me. Trades only.
Collectibles only.
Empty collectibles only. But my issue is I didn't like to ship empty collectibles only. I like to trade empty collectibles in person at Burley Oak, at least a case or two. But now that that's not happening, we have to ship everything at this point. So more money put out all around, I would say.
And Dewey trades well.
Dewey does trade very well.
I should be telling you a secret. Sorry.
Dewey
does not trade well at all. Don't try it.
But that's the bad news on this. What do you think some of the good news is, though, like coming out of this?
For me, it's being able to walk up to Dewey Beer Co. And I mean, the other day, it surprised me by the amount of cans they had. I mean, I'm an IPA guy myself. I think there was 8 or 9 different IPAs to grab in a 4-pack, and if not, they had crowlers of different stuff that you could grab. So that's impressive. Anytime I walk up to Dewey Beer Co., love their beer. When I random IPA and they have 9 or 10.
Right. Yeah, and
great day for me.
I think that's a great advantage, right now for beer lovers. For this whole quarantine thing, yes, it has its drawbacks and disadvantages for people that can't work or aren't. And my heart goes out to those people. We should support those people and do what we can for them. Love what other half is doing with the All Together project. Being able to donate and brew and stuff like that.
And now they dropped their recipe for their base brew.
Yeah, it's a base brew that they're sharing with everybody. And I really like what John. I'm going to name drop again. John Trimback. I really like what he's doing. He's trying to collect them from everywhere. I saw him earlier today in a post, doing a shower beer with one that he collected. So that's great.
That's awesome.
What they're doing and putting together. I know Dewey's putting one together. I'm pretty sure they are. A lot of places that, you know, are really stellar breweries are putting these together. And they're all putting their twist on it, too. It's not the same beer. It's that base that other half is giving them, but they're building on it. So, you know, if you can get them from around the country, they're all different. Make sure you get them and support your people for this. But, you know, a good thing that is happening with COVID-19.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing. You know, usually breweries obviously are brewing a lot of beer for draft or in-house consumption only, where you got to be there to be square to even try it. But right now, instead of doing that, since obviously we can't do that, they're turning into production facilities.
Yeah.
You know, they're just big brew houses at this point. They're
pumping
brewing
it out. Good stuff.
There's probably beer you're gonna miss. You know, especially
you're not going to try them all. If you do,
you know, you're going to be a Pokemon master missing a few badges. But even Burley Oak, for example, they do 5 beers a month. They have for the past years, you know. But they dropped 2 beers this week: a Dream and a fudgy Slipper.
Secret beers.
And I'm pretty sure they're not sold out right now. But good luck trying to drive through Delaware with our plate tags. Good luck, man.
You got out-of-state tags. Don't try to come to Delaware. Sorry, guys.
Exactly. But you know, it's good and bad. It's a double-edged sword. You know, liquor stores obviously aren't doing well, but breweries are going to. They're adapting, and I think this is going to be.
I bought stuff from liquor stores recently.
Delaware's a little bit different than other states. Like Pennsylvania, I know people are. It's like pulling teeth to try to go to a liquor store.
Yeah.
But in Delaware, it's like nothing's ever happened. Like who knows if it's there's.
I mean, actually, I heard from a friend of a friend that in New Jersey, the local liquor stores do not have craft beer coming in, even if it's shelfy. Like you've got no new supplies coming in. So now you're resorting to PBR, Miller Lite, that stuff you drank in high school.
Well, Drew, my buddy living in New Jersey, I'm gonna name drop again. Drew Prozer, man, I hope you enjoyed the Dewey, the empty collectibles I send you, so you don't got to deal with any of that stuff. I already know you got other half on lockdown, but you know, hopefully you don't.
Oh, it's the other half guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Drew. Remember me just in case I need something.
Yeah, Drew.
From other half. Thank you.
You're a hero.
You're a true hero.
Yeah, definitely, you know, good and bad coming out of all this, but at the end of the day, we can only do what we got to do. You know, we're still going to drink good craft beer, do the best we can. My biggest piece of advice would just be support your local brewery, man.
Yeah,
you know,
you got to.
Get their name out there, even if they're not a big hyped brewery. It doesn't matter if they're big and hyped. It really doesn't. They, you know, if they can brew a hazy IPA and a couple fruited sours, I want to try them. Hit me up, you know. Trades only, bro. I'm down.
But I think it's probably a good spot to drop off. We're gonna maybe bring this up. I don't know, every 2 weeks. State of the Beer Union address. We don't know what to call it yet.
If you got a better name, if you're more clever than we are,
shout them out. We'll use it. We'll use the best one. But shout out. Keep being a better beer, bro. Love you. Keep drinking that good beer. Sign off.
Cheers, y'all.